Hi, all you SPMEs out there. Today's question has 3 answers, and you're going to want to stick around for the third answer because it's a secret as to why the costs will start to decrease as we start self-publishing a book. So let's get into it. The question that was sent in to me today was, how much does self-publishing a book cost? And the person who asked this question is probably wondering, maybe you either are starting to get into self-publishing and you're seeing there are tools and services that you can pay for in order to save you time and increase the quality of your book. But as the costs start to go up, what is a reasonable price to pay for your book when you're getting it onto the market? And for others, it may be the case that you have never published, or you have published a book and you spend an awful lot of money. Let's say you went with a hybrid publisher, thinking maybe it's a big publishing house, but that you have to pay them money and they upsell you all the way along. And so before you know it, you're stuck with a huge bill and you're wondering, oh no, did I just pay too much for these services that they were giving me? And so both of these can be a little bit frustrating, leaving you sitting there thinking, oh my goodness, how am I supposed to deal with this issue of cost? And the worst thing you can do is to quit publishing as a result of this. But we're going to get into this today, and we're going to answer exactly this question in today's video. This is Chris Baird from selfpublishingmadeeasynow.com, where self-publishing doesn't need to be so hard. Check out the below in the description, and you will find my absolutely free self-publishing checklist to help you make sure you're not making the mistakes that so many self-publishers make. So there's some secrets inside that checklist. It's free. Just grab a copy. You'll enjoy it. And if you would like to help other people get this useful information, you can do me a huge favor and click the subscribe button, because that will really help me get out the word. That's a way of telling me that what I'm saying is useful. If it's useful, please hit the subscribe button. If it's not, then don't worry about it. But I would really like to be able to reach as many people as possible. My goal is that authors should be able to get their books onto the market. And so, because you've spent the time writing, so why shouldn't people be able to see what you've done? So let's get into it. In my own personal story on costs, when I first started, I wanted to do as much for free as possible. I needed the cost to be as low because I had obviously no money coming in from my books. So what are you supposed to do with that? But at the same time, I discovered a problem with Fiverr and tons of wasted money. The thing was, I heard you should order a premium image for your cover, and I did that for like $40 or something. And then I gave it to somebody on Fiverr to try to put together a cover, and the quality was low, and I wasn't happy with that. So then I went over to Upwork and tried with them, and I went through a number of cycles of trying all sorts of different people, and I discovered that wasn't working well. I had them doing formatting for my paperback book on Fiverr, and then I needed changes, and of course that cost additional money. They weren't able to even understand the basics of how to do it. So many people on there have never even done it, and they were selling their services to just try to figure it out and throw something together. But there was a whole series of problems, and any changes put a huge burden on me to try to figure out what to do. But over a period of time, I tried tons of solutions until I found a flow that works for me. And part of that flow you will find in the checklist below here. But for the most part, the fact is that you sort of need to figure out, you just need to try a lot of stuff or talk to somebody who has. Like me, I've done it. With many of my students, through coaching, we're able to go through and break down those steps. You can check out below in the description for if you would like some one-on-one help with regards to your particular problems. But otherwise, they working through these steps one by one, and I tell you exactly who I use. You can even see in the description my affiliate links for the different services that I currently use to make sure that we're keeping costs as low as possible, but having as high of quality. And so, as you can see, I'm continually working to cut costs, and over a period of time, I'm now paying maybe $350 per book in order to get everything absolutely perfect and complete. And so, holding the costs low, getting high quality books onto the market that are making tons of sales. So that is exactly the route that I go myself, and I like for my students also to go in the exact same direction there. So how much does self-publishing a book cost? Well, the first thing is it can all be done for free. But if you do it for free, you're going to discover the formatting is going to be off, and you'll end up getting 1-star reviews, and then you're stuck not making any sales at all. So that would be not very recommended for you to go in that particular route. And the second thing is you can find people to do all of the steps, that is the tools, the virtual assistants, Fiverr, Upwork, all of these different things. I have a number of the ones that I use below in the description. You can find there, and that's to do the cover, the editing, the maybe even writing the book if you don't want to do it yourself. You can get the descriptions written for you. You can you see there's just a whole ton of things. The narration for your audiobook. There's lots of things to do that you should definitely think about when you're self-publishing that can cause your costs to go up. But if you choose the cheapest routes, you discover that your prices over time will begin to drop. And that is our secret answer of the day. It's that for each book you put out, you get more clever at what you're doing so that you're able to decrease the costs. So the more books you put out, the higher the profit you're going to see coming in. Your costs are going to go down and your profits are going to go up. And the reason is very simple. It's that you get better at this process as you've done it more times. And also, you begin to be in contact with other people who give you an idea of what is a reasonable price. And sometimes they'll even tell you who you should go to on the different services in order to get these done for you. So, how much have you paid to self-publish your book? Let me know how many dollars you've used for self-publishing yours. I've used $350, but maybe you've used more and maybe you've used less. Go ahead and write down the dollar total that you've used when self-publishing your books. I really would love to hear it. It will help others as well find out what exactly is considered normal. And check up above me here for more answers to your self-publishing questions. Thanks.